Hi, and welcome to the third installment of Steve, My Car, and I. I'm here with a good friend, Beef Surkey. No, Erik.
Hi.
Hi, Erik. Oh, yeah. Gotta have that Slurpee. I'm in Calgary now. Last couple episodes were in Kelowna, but I keep on moving. And, yeah, it's been good. How are you doing, Erik?
Yep, doing good. Eating some Miss Vicky's. and having an official Slurpee brand Froster from the Circle K.
Official Slurpee brand is not even from 7-Eleven.
Did you know Circle K? You know what that? I figured it out the other day. You know what it is?
Huh.
It means okay. It's okay. Circle K. Okay. That's the whole thing.
You just blew my mind. I did not know that, actually. They actually have a lot more of them out here in Alberta than they do anywhere
They've
else.
been buying up all the Macs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
There
didn't
used
know
to be
that.
a Macs there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that must just happened recently then. Actually, I was talking to somebody else about that yesterday. As like Max is all right. That just reminds me of in Regina. They had that one Max that was there for a really long time, and then it got bought out, and they changed the name to Mass because they didn't want to spend money on a new sign, so they just covered up the C and put another S, so it was Mass Convenience. And it was like,
Was that on Broad Street?
yes,
Yeah.
Broad Street North there. And then I think they changed the name again under new owners to like North Broad Convenience or something like that. But kind of ridiculous how they do that.
Well, wait. So they bought a new sign, but they called it the most boring thing.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Mass Convenience. Yeah.
But no, the North.
Oh, North
Yeah.
Broad. Yeah, they spent all the money and just got the most basic sign you could get. You know, they didn't even change the colors. But they bought a whole new sign. So I don't know what happened there. I think they just, not very creative people. For those of you who don't know Erik, Erik is in the film industry. I couldn't even say that with a straight face. But you do editing and stuff, eh?
I make videos, small videos for people.
Yeah. Well, me and you have made a lot of videos.
Yeah.
How many have we made?
Lots. Let's see here. March of the Damned.
Book it.
Book It. Fragment of Apocalypse.
Yep. Mighty Morphin Orphan
Mighty
Stories.
Morphin Orphan Stories. Other things with like, there's that one project in the other one. I don't know.
I think we've done about like 10.
I'd say 10.
10 is probably a good number. And if you want to see any of these, they are online. I'll post links or something in the description to the Vimeo account, right? That's where most of them are.
Yeah, Vimeo and Fragment of Apocalypse is on IMDb.
Yeah, so you can see us at our most immature. Well, no, that would be right now. Yeah. So, I don't really have a huge plan for Calgary. What should we do? Is there anything you know of going on this weekend that would be fun to check out?
Well, Stephen.
I like how we put on our voices for the podcast rather than just being like, we're not that important. But this is my important voice. Like, yeah, welcome to the podcast. Yeah, no, we're drinking Slurpees on the side of a road. I don't think it's all that fancy.
Well, Stephen. I believe some schmuck was talking about a night market earlier today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a night market. We're going to go check out a night market. A night market is a lot like a day market, but it's at night. So that's what we're going to do after this. Update. Last episode I talked with Colton about, Cotton. We'll slip that one out. The Thai kids, but before they got out. So we were really worried. But mission accomplished. They got all the kids out, which was good news.
How many people watch this?
I think we got about 50 views on the last one.
Wow, okay.
So there's probably going to be about 30 on this one, which means it's probably somewhere in there. It's going to be about 4 people who watched the last one. And they will know what we're talking about.
Okay. Well, I was going to say a joke. I'm not sure.
Say whatever you want.
Well, I mean...
Well, the only problem would be if it's okay by YouTube standards.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do it?
No.
Fair enough. You can just tell me after we're done recording. The funniest part right now is we're sitting right outside my other friend's house. She's going with us to the market, but I don't know if she realizes that we're just sitting out front recording a podcast. She'll find out when she watches this, I guess. But yeah, another crazy thing that happened recently is I'm in Calgary. Like I was saying, I made the trip out here. I wasn't sure how it was going to go. This car is getting kind of beat down, as you can attest. But I made it safely, and I haven't even checked out any of the art galleries or anything yet, but I want to. I like Calgary because they actually set aside a lot of money for art stuff. Yet there's not very many artistic people here. So then you have these like random art pieces all around the city that nobody really understands about, like even why they're there or anything. But
yeah, I don't know. The Big Circle's the most famous one, but
where's that at? That's
at the airport.
Oh, I don't even know if I've seen that one.
It's unless you take the specific way out of the airport, you never see it. And even if you would, it's not even facing you; it's facing the traffic going on the Deerfoot, so you would still miss it. It's a strange installation.
I think that's the art piece itself, is that nobody can even be bothered to see it, and they don't bother anybody to see it.
I think I was reading that it's anybody that was supposed, because it's a big circle, big ring, that you can see the shadow of it from space cast on something, and but that doesn't make any sense because you can see the shadow of, if you can see the shadow of that, you can see the shadow of anything else. So it's like
like the airport that's right next to it.
Yeah, or the shadow of the man jumping off the bridge that it's on.
I think Oh no, they found us. Hey, we're recording a podcast right now.
Hello.
Hi.
We've got fans already. But yeah, if you could see that, you could see the shadow of anything else, and I agree. Especially like the huge skyscrapers downtown.
Yeah, and the shadow of a doubt that I have about the quality of that installation.
Yeah. See, that's what I want to do for art. I want to get paid to do really big, ridiculous, nonsensical art pieces that nobody really even has access to.
We just got a bid. You gotta, I don't know how you get on that list, but you get like, make an RFP.
What's an RFP?
Request for proposal.
Oh.
So they'll send out an RFP, and then you sort of apply to it, and then whoever gets it gets the contract.
What? I want to do an even bigger circle that overshadows the shadow of the initial circle. Just be a real dick.
Yeah, just cover the entire Earth in metal. Make a giant. I don't know.
We're gonna cover the entire Earth in metal.
Yeah, one square inch at a time. It's a lifelong art installation.
Just one piece per day.
Or whatever.
Or okay.
Yeah.
It would be funnier if it was one piece per day. You're just basically guaranteeing yourself a career.
Yeah.
It's like budget it out. It's like it's gonna be $100 a day for each one of these pieces, just to be installed. Taxpayer money, doesn't matter. It's all good.
I would say more than $100 a day, at least. I mean,
I could live off of $100 a day. I already do, so, or less.
yeah, but like, if you're going to get, Could be, the value of the metal. So that's, I don't know. That could be
It's all gold.
$200. $200, and then and the value of your time. So that could be $200-$300, and the novelty of it. I don't know. 1,000 per day.
1,000 per day. I like this. Well, you have way more ambition than I do, apparently. It's like, if you're going to do it, you're going to get the money for it.
Well, the budget's $1,000, so you can lay out exactly one of them, and that's it.
Just one piece.
Yeah.
Well, what was that one years ago you were talking about? Making a plaque that just says the Earth.
Oh, no, that's done. The Earth is part of my art project.
Oh yeah, you already did it.
Yeah. This is all a giant art project right here.
Oh, what is that? Yeah, you just take the plaque and it's just, what does it say? Earth?
Earth by Erik, and then just cemented into a friend of ours' farm, and so it's
the entire Earth is your art project.
Yeah, and then when we start exploring other planets, you can put the plaques on the other planets too.
So what you're saying is, all of the things that are made right now are technically part of your art project.
Yeah.
Like all my art I've done isn't really my art.
No,
because
it's
part of your art project. Like this podcast. It's not my podcast.
We could go into any art museum and just punch a hole through a canvas and they can't do anything about it.
Well, they wouldn't be able to do anything about it anyway. But
not when I'm wearing these 6 shades. You don't know who I am.
Oh, who was that? Was it Tom Green who did it? I think it was Tom Green, who would just sneak into galleries and put up his own little pieces of art next to other pieces of art. And it took weeks before they figured it out that these weren't supposed to be there, because he just matched the cards, the little placards, and just set it up next to it, and people had no idea. That's the beauty of art. It doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't have to. Yeah, the dog was hanging out of that window.
If we were in Britain, that dog would have been driving that car.
What?
Because the wheel would be on that side, where the dog was hanging out.
Or the dog would just be on the other side of the car.
Well, no, not via what we just saw.
True. So dogs can drive cars in Britain.
Well, I'm not saying they can, but it's
I wouldn't put it past them though.
Mm.
I've seen some pretty ugly drivers out there. Some real dogs driving those cars. Oh man, I was so upset the other day. I missed Free Slurpee Day. I was so upset. So I went and bought one anyway, but...
Free Slurpee Day.
Yeah, it's like right in the middle between, like, you got Christmas 6 months, 6 months after Christmas, 6 months before Christmas. Free Slurpee Day, pretty much.
Yeah. 7 July, because it's the month, and then 11th. So 7/11, the 11th day of the 7th month. You know when Free Foster Day is?
No, when?
February 11th.
Actually?
Well, I mean, they gotta be the opposite.
So wouldn't it be November 7th? 11/7?
Well, I mean, it could be.
That would make more sense to be the opposite. 11/7, not 7/11. Yeah. Well, this is going good.
Okay.
The best part about this podcast is that it's pretty much just for my own entertainment. And if anybody watches it, like if somebody is watching this right now and they actually got to this part, they deserve a congratulations, because it was never ever meant to be watched by anybody.
Is this the time that you're going to reveal the prize?
Oh, right. The prize is you get to choose whether or not you continue watching.
We'll pause now.
Oh, I didn't even breathe there. Oh. Yeah, no, like, if anybody watches this, it's amazing. Like, one view is more than I would watch it. Like, I haven't watched the first two.
It's a view if you watch the whole thing from beginning to end.
No, I think all they have to do is watch, like, a few seconds of it in order to count a view. I think it's, like, I forget what it is. I think it's, like, 30 seconds or something. Oof. If somebody can survive 30 seconds of this, again, congratulations. You get
Does it have to be consecutive?
They just skip ahead.
Yeah.
But if you're skipping ahead 29 times and watching a second each, that's still pretty impressive.
Or maybe you're like gasping for air and trying to hit the keys for help, and you're just and then you get that one view as the person just asphyxiates and just dies as they're choking on their rage.
Yeah. I don't know the algorithms of YouTube, but that might be part of it. Like, I haven't watched the first 2 episodes at all. Just like checking to see if the audio was working. And yeah, no, from what I hear so far is that people are enjoying it. Whatever. And that's from me imagining people saying that they enjoy it. But I look at, like, Joe Rogan podcast. All he does is bring people on and they just talk about random things. I'm just doing the same thing, but with people nobody knows.
Is this a vehicle to prove to the outside world that your friends are actually real and not really imaginary? Or am I imaginary?
And then we do, like, the star wipe and you're gone.
Disappear.
Hey, you're an editor. You can do that later. Yeah, you can do that. But the fact that you did it will still prove that you exist.
Well, see, you got to do a podcast with just yourself.
I know.
And then just duplicate and put yourself in this seat.
That's what Cotton was talking about, too. Is that he was saying that he should record himself having a conversation in the passenger seat of a completely different car. And I do it in my car. And we splice them together. And we even have a moment where you do, like, the fist bump. But it doesn't even match up.
Well, no, because you gotta have somebody sitting in this seat and somebody sitting in the other seat of their car just for that one moment. So when you do it, there's another fist that comes in, and that's their only purpose, is that when you cut this off, at least you see the one.
Okay, well, let's do it right now, just in case we just edit it in later at some other point. Just like completely chop it in there somehow. One thing that we could touch on here is Mighty Morphin Orphan Stories. Now, I'm not sure if we're ever going to get it finished, but if we do, I'll post links and all that stuff. We did try to pitch it to, like, who did we pitch it to? Amazon?
Amazon, the Calgary Film Center.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's a very unique work.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bunch of orphans who are actually grown adults now who never moved out of the orphanage, and the only way to escape their horrible blight is to imagine different stories, which then you see, and that's like the story of the story. It's a story within a story, but with a bunch of adult children, which we basically are in real life. But we have parents. I don't even know why they're orphans, but... it was just easier.
Less overhead?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can basically do whatever you want to orphans.
Yeah, well...
Or just not pay them, I guess. But that's us. We're playing them, so we're not paying our... Yeah, we didn't make any money off this stuff. As you can see, we did not get approved for any kind of funding to do it. Maybe someday. Maybe we'll do crowdfunding. If enough people watch this episode of this podcast, and they each donate $10,000.
Might as well just kill ourselves now. Jesus Christ.
I was already planning on it. but you might as well try. It doesn't hurt if there's anybody out there with an extra $10,000 to spare for an episode of Mighty Morphin Orphan Stories.
You should put a price on it. $10 a minute. No, actually, that's really low. $1,000 a minute.
$1,000 a minute. There we go. 10-minute episode.
$10,000.
$10,000. And we'll make it specifically for whoever donates that $10,000. We'll put their name in the credits or something. And the credits themselves will be the 9 minutes of...
Yeah.
We're basically going to pocket most of that money.
It's a live broadcast up to 10 minutes where we drive in a car to go meet and spend a day with somebody. But the drive is generally also way more than 10 minutes. So the video caps out while we're still on our way.
Yeah, and they're on our way to the bank because we got $10,000. Oh, this is working already.
You should pitch to a bank. Can you pitch to banks? They put loans.
Yeah, for loans.
Yeah.
They'll just do what they do to everybody else and say no. But if they say yes, then I wouldn't bank at that bank if they say yes. We need more people as friends. So they could tell us we have bad ideas. But right now, the only friends we have don't tell us that because we are the ones with the ideas. I'm not going to tell you have bad ideas. Yeah, I am. But usually that's just Matt. Matt tells us we have bad ideas.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, but Matt's a bad idea in general.
Yeah, well, that's why he knows. He knows what's a bad idea.
Yeah. I'm excited for this night market, though. It's going to be so different from all the day markets.
Mm-hmm. I was really hoping to put on all that armor. You know.
A night market?
Yeah. An Circle K night market.
Well, Melissa's probably waiting for us to get going. So, I think we're going to cut this one short. And by short, 22 minutes long. 22 minutes.
Oh, it's
way too
shit.
long.
Wow.
But thanks for
this is an episode of The Simpsons. It takes a year and like millions of dollars.
We just did it in 22 minutes for the cost of a Slurpee.
Yeah, well.
We're doing pretty good.
We're really just gaining money doing this.
We're not losing anything.
Well, I'm losing a lot.
Yeah, well, yeah, you are. You're losing on 22 minutes of your life that you will never, ever get back.
Yeah, never again.
Same with whoever watched all of this.
It's also double because then you lose 22 minutes of sleep as you ponder the 22 minutes that you lost earlier in the day.
Well, if anybody's still watching, good for you. There will be more. I don't know when that will be, but...
That's your audience. Locked-in syndrome.
What's locked-in syndrome?
Where you're conscious, but you can't move, and you can't communicate with the outside world.
Oh, I should find people that are like sleep paralysis, basically.
Well, no, because they're not.
Oh, it's like a disease where they like just physically can't do anything?
Yeah. So, this is perfect. Because they can watch, but not stop it. So you get your one view.
So what you're saying is I drive around outside of hospitals where they have the TVs on in these people's rooms, and then I just hijack using like the Bluetooth connection and just play this. It's like cast to this TV and just put it on there.
Exactly.
And then they're stuck watching.
Just go in the middle of the hospital and just hit cast and let the mayhem happen. Just join the Wi-Fi network.
Yeah, and then they'll be like trying to scream, but they can't. And no one will ever know except for them. All right, see you guys later.